Hello! The first new thing you will notice after adding a grass is this dot over here. It allows to simply change instances into placeholders, what radically improves viewport performance. You can simply change default placeholder to some other mesh in LOD section in the holder field. Just create new collection and add mesh that you want to it. I will add ecosphere and modify it a bit. All I need to do now is choose collection with custom placeholder in holder field. So it's here, but I will modify it a bit more. First I will move this mesh up, so the origin point will be at the bottom of this object. Next I will change its shape so it will look more like a grass. It is good to have some geometry on placeholder, so the effects of shape modification will be more visible. Now I will go back to default holder mesh to show how placeholders can help in setting rotation. So we can clearly see effects of using basic rotation tools. Now I will show how placeholders helps while rotation curve is in use. First I will draw a curve on emitter surface. Next I enable rotation curve option and pick the curve I just drew. I will also increase direction randomness and start to define rotation values for specific axis. From a wider perspective, it is easier to set effect width and overlapping. You can change effect width around specific curve points by scaling those points with use of Alt+S key shortcut. Now I will show how placeholders helps to set animation in real time. I will change camera angle to see more instances, and I will change playback sync to frame dropping, so the animation will run in real time. I want to achieve strong wind effect, so I will increase speed, increase amplitude between minimum and maximum angle. I will lower height threshold, so the smaller instances will be affected by the animation. Lowering noise values will give more fluent move. Increasing distortion will make move more unpredictable and organic. At the end I will increase direction randomness to give more craziness to the move. The animation runs quite smoothly, but if I will turn off placeholder mode, I will get very static slideshow. And here comes another new feature of 2.2 version, which radically upgrades animation performance, and it is rotation animation. This feature is kinda level of detail for animation. You can see that when it's on, the animation runs faster, and if I will lower starting distance to 0, it is even more fast. Starting distance slider defines how far from the camera the animation based on heavy resources usage instances mesh bending ends, and where simple animation based on rotating entire instances starts. Transition distance defines blur range between those two behaviors mentioned above. In this case it is set to 2, so at distance of 8, bending starts to turn into rotation. In holder mode it is easier to see what is going on. Note how the look of instances close to the camera changes when I'm lowering starting distance value or turning rotation animation off and on. When animation is running, you can see how instances behavior changes from bending to rotating entire mesh. The last option in this section is rotation correction. To show what it is for, I will set dump max value to minimum and set starting distance to 0. Focus your attention on instances tips and note how their position changes when I switch rotation animation on and off. Rotation correction helps to reduce this discrepancy between instances that uses bending animation and those using rotation animation when dump option is in use. This tips position differences will be blurred within transition distance and shouldn't be noticeable even without correction, unless transition distance will be set to small value. And that's all, thank you for watching and goodbye.